29 minutes, just turned 28 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Guten Morgen. Buenos dias. Bonjour. Ni hao. All I'm saying is good morning. Yeah. Buenos dias. How are we doing this morning? Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Thursday, yeah. It's the 26th day of March. How's everybody doing this morning? How was the night? Did you have a good night? Did you get some rest? Hope you did. Because it is a good day to have a good day in a good way. You are up and about this morning. You are on the wake up list this morning. You ought to be thankful for that. Thankful Thursday. Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of this beautiful Thursday morning. We are grateful for the breath in our lungs, the blessings you provide, and the love and mercy you show us daily. Thank you for walking with us through every season, reminding us that we are never alone. As we go through this day, help us to reflect your love in our words and actions, bringing encouragement to others. We praise you for all you have done and trust in all you will do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Tone, good morning. Yeah, whenever I say in Jesus' name, Tone like to say in Christ Jesus. Good morning, Tone. How are you doing? Such a loving soul, man. Stay blessed as always. Blessings is a must. Gratitude is a must. Lauren Salim, good morning to you. How are you doing, my dearie? Thursday blessing. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. That's from Psalms 34 and verse 5. May this Thursday bring you radiant joy and unshakable peace. May the Lord strengthen you for every challenge, provide your every need, and surround you with his favor. As you go to school, work, or about your day, may his shield of protection cover you and his love guide your steps. Walk in confidence, knowing that God is with you and his light is shining on your path. Yeah, go with God. Go with God. Did you see that movie Rising? What was that movie, Bruce Willis boy? Something Rising Sun or something like that. Yeah, where there were some mercenaries and they were killing people in Africa and things like that. And I remember when they were leaving, they said, go with God. Yeah. 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock, and I do hope that you had a great night and that, things are looking up for you. And what you got to do is you just got to speak it into being. Yeah. Speak it. Too many times we dwell on the things that we don't have. We complain, we nag, we cry, we beat up on the things that we don't have, and we get to forget that the things that we have. The things that we have, we forget them. We look at what we don't have. Okay, and do not be a pessimist. Be an optimist. The glass is not half empty. My coffee jug this morning, it's not half empty, it's half full. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And with that attitude and approach, you could say things are already better. Yeah, trust me. 24 minutes on to 7. Be positive today. Adopt this positive mindset that it's going to be all right. As a matter of fact, it's already all right. Things are already better. It's Good Morning Grenada, a good day to have a good day in a good way. The folks inside of Lacaloom, good morning. Beaton, good morning, ASP Alan, James and the family, how you doing? Rigi, what I'm saying, and I'm looking good. Carl Petty, nice it up. Carla, good morning. Miss Remy, good morning to you. How you doing? You and Patsy and everybody, all right? Ken Star, we call him KJ. Good morning to you and the family, bro. Gladys Tanti Paul. Shirin Nakita, good morning. Well, Boyo in England, so I guess he's looking at us. Boyo, big up yourself, man. For those of you out there in the diaspora, good morning. Betty in Canada. Man, it was so, it was so nice hearing from Betty. That's my old schoolmate from McDonald College. Since she left McDonald College, I never seen or heard her until all of a sudden, as Oliver Samuels would say, braps. Betty just texts me, hey Gordon, Betty, you made my day. The class of 89. Roslyn Cato, good morning. Hilarion Dudu Gunpot. Yeah, the guys like Chad Bernard and Lena Dungs and Kelvin Ratu and oh my goodness, Judy Ramjohn. The word of the day today, that word is evaluate. Evaluate. It is spelled E-V-A-L-U-A-T-E. Evaluate. Evaluate, and it means to carefully judge. To carefully judge. Hey, Judge, good morning. Yeah, that judge I'm talking about is not in the courthouse. The judge, Peckson. Yeah, here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Officials will evaluate the plan. They will carefully judge the plan. They will evaluate. They will assess it. They will go through it and make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, so we know it's a good plan. To evaluate, to carefully judge, to carefully assess. Yeah. 21 minutes on to 7. ASP Leon McQueen, good morning. I almost said Cornwall again. Good morning, Mr. Leon Cornwall, right? You're on my mind. I don't know why. You and the entire family, Mr. McQueen. As I tell you, I see you running up the ranks quick, right? Yeah, that's what policing looks like. You know what I'm saying? ZZ, good morning. AJ and NJ. Princess and AJ. Morning, Miss Randa next door. Good morning to you and the family. The folks at the house and skim in Corinth, good morning. Hey, well, let me tell Dorian family good morning, Tina. Yeah, Dorian mom and family, good morning. Miserable as hell, but he's a cool guy. He's a nice guy, you know what I'm saying? He's just facially challenged, but Lord, let me behave this morning. 20 minutes on to the motivational tip of the day is up next. Está bien. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. Yeah. Don't watch the clock, you know. Do what it does. Keep going. Yeah. Even the clock gets it right. Sometime. You understand? So be like the clock, man. Yeah. Help me sing this morning. Make a joyful noise. Start the day right. The folks inside of St. Paul's. Scooby and the posse at Legacy Sports Bar. Good morning to you all. Only drinking some hot coffee. Oh my goodness me. Mardi Gras, good morning. Windsor Forest. What's buzzing? Let's see what's buzzing this morning. What's making the rounds this morning? Grenada's Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee, that's FROC. Well, they're raising concerns about the government's financial practices. Investment Migration Agency appoints Renee Moses as head of diasporic affairs. In the region, TNT distances itself from CELAC, their call to end U.S.-Cuba blockade. And internationally, the UN votes to recognize slavery as the gravest crime against humanity. In sports, Barbados Cricket Association president criticizes Cricket West Indies the decision for not scheduling any regional or international matches at Kensington Oval during 2026. Yeah, the Bajans crying. What now? Where Mr. Crawford, man? I'm not hearing you. How are you doing, Mr. Crawford? I figure out what happened. Mia Motley, the Honorable Mia Motley, gave him a big position, and all of a sudden he doesn't have time to join our program again. But we love you still, all right? Cheese on bread, man. What's wrong with you? My Bajan friend here in Grenada, good morning. Haven't heard from you in quite a while. Hope you're doing fine. So let's see who's with us this morning. Yulin is with us, of course. Mary E. Banks, Veronica Sandy, Gracelyn Buckmeyer, a regular now. Thanks for being with us. Monica Meros Williams, good morning to you. Daddy Godwin, Miss Joan, and everybody. Sylvina Charles, Mildred is with us. Good morning to Shem and Judy and Zamora. I hope you all are doing fine. Shem, good morning. Shem sent my special good morning this morning. Shem, we love you, all right? Yep. Let me sing it. Destined to win Overcomer. Good morning, Michelle Bernard, Joanne Brathwaite Batson, Veronica Sandy, Jennifer Lawrence, Yolan Swan. Who else? All right, okay. All right, Petlin, of course. Well, Petlin is a staple, of course. Help me sing, Miss Wells, good morning to you. How are you? Welcome back. Sing on your bless all your people. The wonderful folks inside of Mount Airy. How are you doing? Help me sing. Hope Miss Mara, I hope you're doing fine out there in Salisbury Road, right? I hope you have the dog in front of the TV. The dog likes looking at me. I don't know why, even without a bone in my hand. Help me sing. Mimi, good morning. Sylvina Child say, innocent, you like Mimi, you know everybody. Well, I'm a true Grenadian, man. I pride myself with knowing Grenada. Nonetheless, folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere. Stick and stay with us. Spirit in my body, help me sing it.
A trip to Grenada from April 4th to the 6th, 2026. A decision you'll never regret. This isn't just any destination. It's where passion meets performance. Welcome to the 53rd Carifta Games, hosted at the iconic Kirani James Athletic Stadium in St. George's. Under the theme, Passion Drives Performance. The best of the Caribbean's junior athletes will compete in electrifying track and field competition. Organize now and be part of an experience like no other, where talent, passion, and perseverance come alive on the land of 100,000 jab. Feel the passion, celebrate the performance, and create memories that will last a lifetime in pure Grenada, the land of warmth, spirit, and unstoppable energy. Welcome to the 53rd Carifta Games.
The Ministry of Agriculture's investment of approximately $1 million in pineapple production is taking shape. The investment is set to significantly reduce Grenada's dependence on imported pineapples, as well as to lengthen the availability of the fruit throughout the year. Over 70,000 pineapple plantlets were introduced to local farmers from September 2025, with 48 large-scale farmers cultivating between 1,000 to 1,500 plantlets, while several small-scale farmers had the opportunity to plant quantities of 300 or 500 plantlets. The project also engaged farmers in 15,000 plantains and over 20,000 banana plantlets. 2 nurseries were also established at the Maribor and Grambras estate and 1 in Carriacou for the purpose of supplying planting material to farmers for the expansion of the project. Subsequent planting at different months of the year, in combination with artificial flower induction, will contribute to further extension of the availability of fresh fruit expected to hit the market by December of this year. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, enhancing Grenada's food and nutrition security.
This is the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, March 26th, 2026. Coming up in the news, Grenada's Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee, FROC, is raising concerns about the government's financial practices. The Investment Migration Agency appointed Rene Moses as head of diasporic affairs. In the region, TNT distances itself from CILAC call to end U.S.-Cuba blockade. And internationally, UN votes to recognize slavery as a gravest crime against humanity. In sports, Barbados Cricket Association president criticizes Cricket West Indies' decision for not scheduling any regional or international matches at the Kensington Oval in 2026. The details to this and more are straight ahead.
Every generation has its moment. A moment when a nation decides to build something greater. For its people, for its future. For Grenada, that moment is now. The government of Grenada invites the entire nation to witness the groundbreaking ceremony for the new General Hospital under Project Polaris. Be there as we break ground on a future where every Grenadian has access to modern, world-class healthcare. Friday, 27th March, at the Project Polaris site, Calavani, St. George. Arrive at 3:30 p.m. The ceremony begins at 4 p.m. sharp. Bring your pride, bring your hope, and witness the beginning of a new chapter in Grenada's history. Project Polaris, building the future of healthcare, building the future of Grenada.
Grenada, we are back. Our senior women's national team returns to the pitch for a massive CONCACAF W qualifier, and they need your power behind them. Tuesday, April 14th, Karani James Athletics Stadium, Grenada versus Cayman Islands. Kickoff 5 p.m. This is national pride. This is passion. This is the road to glory. Tickets, adults just at $25, children $10, and kids under 12 get in free. Get your tickets now at gotofet.com or at these outlets: Chucky's Bar, Grenadian Optical, St. George's, and Spiceland Mall. GFA office. Bring your flags, bring your voice, and come support our Grenada women's national team as they battle for victory. Follow the journey on social media at Grenada Football Association. Grenada versus Cayman Islands, April 14th, 5 p.m. Be there and stand with Team Grenada.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph, of course, saying welcome to Graphics and his audience from Hot 98 FM. It's a joy to have you all with us. In the local news, Grenada's Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee, or FROC, says there are ongoing problems with how the government manages its finances. In its latest annual report, FROC points out that important budget rules have been suspended for 3 years in a row, after first being paused in 2024 because of Hurricane Beryl. These rules were meant to control government spending and debt, but high spending and ongoing deficits have kept them on hold through 2026. The report also highlights delays in government financial reports. Documents like the quarterly debt bulletin and the annual debt report have not always been published on time. Only about a quarter of state agencies and government companies have submitted their required audited accounts. FROC is suggesting fines or penalties for those who do not follow the rules. Another concern is the government's plan to move some services like hospitals and disaster management out of the main budget and into separate agencies. FROC warns this could make spending look lower than it really is, making it harder to track the true costs. There is also an empty seat on the FROC itself, as the committee still does not have a qualified economist, which could hurt its ability to effectively monitor public money. Despite these issues, the FROC notes that Grenada's economy is still growing. According to the latest FROC report, real GDP grew by 4.5% in 2025. The committee is urging the government and parliament to fix these problems quickly to improve transparency and keep the public's trust. The committee will hold a press conference today at 10 a.m. to discuss the latest findings. The Citizenship by Investment Committee and the management of the Investment Migration Agency, the IMA, have announced that Ms. Renee Moses is the new head of Diasporic Affairs. Ms. Moses has over 10 years of experience in strategic marketing, international trade relations, destination branding, and working with stakeholders in the Caribbean, the United Kingdom, Europe, and Middle East. She has led teams and managed marketing campaigns to help businesses grow and raise Grenada's profile worldwide. Most recently, Ms. Moses worked as marketing manager with a licensed local agent, leading marketing and business development strategy. She has also held senior marketing roles with Atlantis, The Palm, Kersna, and also senior international in Dubai and the Grenada Tourism Authority. In these roles, she helped increase visitor arrivals, build international trade networks, and manage promotions for Grenada in key markets. She has worked with embassies, consulates, and diaspora groups to promote Grenada internationally. Ms. Moses holds a Master of Business Administration or MBA in International Marketing from the University of the West Indies and a Bachelor of Science in International Business from St. George's University. She is also a certified project management professional and has a Google Digital Marketing and E-commerce professional certificate. The committee and management say they believe Ms. Moses' international experience and skills will help the development and growth of the diasporic affairs in Grenada. And finally, Carnival Corporation, the world's largest cruise company, is partnering with Conservation International on a new 3-year initiative to support ecotourism in the Caribbean. The project will provide technical help, training, mentoring, and small grants to ecotourism operators, fishers, and artisans so they can adopt sustainable practices and grow their businesses. A major focus will be restoring mangrove forests and wetlands, which protect coastlines, store carbon, and support marine life. Funding will come from onboard fundraising activities like sponsored walks and guest donations. The goal is to strengthen local communities while safeguarding delicate ecosystems, helping the Caribbean remain a vibrant and sustainable destination for future generations. That's all the local news. We will have more local news for you in subsequent newscasts. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago disassociated itself from parts of the Bogota Declaration made at the 10th CELAC Summit. The declaration called for an end to the U.S. blockade of Cuba and a commitment of peace in the region. The summit was held in Colombia and ended last Friday. TNT, along with several other countries, did not support certain paragraphs in the declaration. These included parts about the zone of peace, calls to end the U.S. embargo on Cuba, and statements about working together on migration. Barbados High Commissioner to TNT David Commission spoke in support of Cuba and urged CELAC to remain united against the U.S. blockade. The Bogota Declaration addressed 35 key issues for Latin America and the Caribbean. Venezuela's interim leader Delcy Rodriguez has named new senior military commanders just one day after appointing Gustavo Gonzalez Lopez as defense minister. The changes come after the U.S.-led raid and capture of former President Nicolas Maduro in January. Since then, Rodriguez has moved away from Maduro's policies and has restored diplomatic ties with Washington. Rodriguez said the new military appointments are meant to secure Venezuela's sovereignty, peace, and stability. Human rights group Provia criticized the new appointments as a recycling of impunity. Carla Barnett has been reappointed as Secretary General of CARICOM. The decision was made by the heads of government during their 50th regular meeting in St. Kitts and Nevis, which took place from February 24th to 27th, 2026. CARICOM Chair Terence Drew said the required majority of leaders supported Barnett's reappointment. Dr. Barnett will begin her second 5-year term in August 2026 and will continue to lead the regional body from its headquarters in Turkey and Greater Georgetown. Barnett was first appointed to the role in 2021 as CARICOM's first female Secretary General, succeeding Ambassador Erwin LaRocque. Now, looking further afield, the United Nations General Assembly has voted to officially recognize the slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity. Ghana proposed a resolution which also encourages UN member states to consider apologizing for the slave trade and contributing to a reparations fund, but does not mention the specific amount. The resolution passed with 123 votes in favor, 3 against, namely the United States, Israel, and Argentina, and 52 abstentions, including the United Kingdom and EU countries. The UK and others argue today's institutions cannot be held responsible for historical wrongs. Ghana's Foreign Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa said the call is for justice, supporting victims, and funding education and skills training. The campaign for reparatory justice has gained momentum with support from the African Union and Commonwealth leaders. Democrat Emily Gregory, a first-time candidate, has defeated Trump-backed Republican John Maples to win the open Florida District 87 State House seat. The district, which covers Mar-a-Lago, was previously won by a Republican by 19 percentage points in 2024. This result is a reversal and a significant gain for Democrats who have been performing well in special elections during Trump's second term. Gregory's win may signal growing momentum for Democrats as the congressional midterm elections approach. And finally, a Los Angeles jury has ruled in favor of a 20-year-old woman known as Kaylee, who sued Meta and Google for creating addictive social media platforms that damaged her mental health during her childhood. The jury found Meta, which owns Instagram and Facebook, 70% responsible for Kaylee's harm, while Google's YouTube was found 30% responsible. Kaylee was awarded $3 million in damages, with Meta set to pay the majority. The court may still award additional punitive damages, potentially up to $30 million. Meta said it respectfully disagrees with the verdict and is considering its next steps. This ruling could affect hundreds of similar cases now going through U.S. courts. That's the international, regional, and international news. That's a very interesting story. I'm certain if that approach is taken by some of our residents locally and regionally, maybe there might be some payments to come. Stay with us, folks. The sports is up next. Good morning, sporting fans. Well, the president of the Barbados Cricket Association, Calvin Hope, has strongly criticized Cricket West Indies for not choosing Kensington Oval to host any first-class or international cricket games in 2026. Kensington Oval, known as the Mecca, will not have any of the 4 test matches, 6 one-day internationals, or 6 T20 matches that are set to be played against Sri Lanka, New Zealand, and Pakistan between June and August this year. These games will instead be played in Jamaica, Antigua, Trinidad and Tobago, and Guyana. Speaking at a press conference about the Barbados Pride squad for the 4-day championship in Jamaica, Hope said he was shocked by West Indies' CWI's decision. He stated that cricket fans from BC and BCA members in Barbados deserve the chance to watch live cricket at home. Hope also disagreed with CWI's decision to shorten the cricket competition, calling it a step in the wrong direction. He said this puts regional cricket under pressure and believes CWI should review its decision and help keep West Indies cricket competitive. We should have gotten a test match too. We've got lights in the stadium now. But nonetheless, that's for the bigger guys to determine. That's the sports at this time. We'll have more sports in a luncheon newscast and or primetime newscast later in the evening. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you. With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card. Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Weather forecast. I'm now joining forecaster Vondi Cyrus at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Vondi.
Good morning to you and to your listeners. Here's the weather for today, Thursday, 26 March 2026. It is a fair morning at the MBIA with vicinity showers in the northeast. Winds are from the east at 12 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1013.5 millibars, that is above normal and rising. The present temperature is 26.1 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 77%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.7 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius. There was a trace of rainfall here at the MBIA over the last 24 hours. Hence, the total for the month remains at 14.7 millimeters. Now to look at the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. We are expecting generally fair and breezy conditions with brief, light morning and nighttime showers. Today's maximum temperature can be around 30.5 degrees Celsius. Wind east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour. seas moderates with waves 5 to 7 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. Thus, a small craft advisory is in effect. Tides are currently rising, will be high at 8 a.m., low at 4 p.m. Sunset today is 6:18, sunrise tomorrow is 6:06. Just a recap of the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. Conditions will be generally fair and breezy with brief light morning and nighttime showers. Once again, a small craft advisory is in effect. From the Met Services, this is Vondi Cyrus wishing you all a great day.
Thank you very much, Vondi. You and your entire team have yourselves a wonderful day likewise. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Go paperless with e-billing. Get your Grenlec bill straight to your email inbox with myaccount.grenlec.com. Sign in to myaccount.grenlec.com, where you'll be directed to the home screen. Under additional options and paperless billing, hit Sign Up. Enter the email where you'd like to receive your bills. Check the accounts you want, then click Sign Me Up. It's that easy. Your bills now come straight to your email inbox. We're moving to paperless billing. Get ready today.
It's 7 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. In the local scene, we heard that Grenada's Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee is raising concerns about the government's financial practices. The Investment Migration Agency appoints Rene Moses as head of diasporic affairs. In the region, TNT distances itself from CELAC call to end U.S.-Cuba blockade. Internationally, the UN votes to recognize slavery as gravest crime against humanity. And in sports, Barbados Cricket Association president criticizes Cricket West Indies' decision for not scheduling any regional or international matches at the Kensington Oval in Barbados for the 2026 cricket season. Now, that has been the morning edition of news right here on Classic 105.5 and 105.9 to all of viewers and listeners. And we say thank you to the production team, the entire newsroom, for giving us this news package this morning. To graphics and your audience from Hot 98 FM, we say thank you for joining us, sharing your time with us. And I just want to say, have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
The Inland Revenue Division and the Accountant General Division are coming to a community near you. That's right, our satellite offices are on the move, bringing services closer to home. No long travel, no hassle. Just quick, convenient service right in your community. We'll be on location to help you with all your tax and vendor registration matters. Ask about tax refunds, file objections, check property tax balances, pay your taxes on the spot. And yes, you can even register for GTAX and sign up for the new vendors portal. Catch us at these locations: in St. George, at the Bruce Street Mall on Friday, February 27th and March 27th, at our Young Street office on March 7th and March 14th, in St. John on Friday, February 27th at St. Francis Street. will be at the Grenville Car Park in St. Andrew and at the Carriacou District Revenue Office on Friday, March 13th. And on Friday, March 20th, will be at the District Revenue Offices in St. Patrick and St. Mark. All locations open from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Longer hours, more convenience, better service for you. The Inland Revenue Division and the Accountant General Division's Satellite Office. Don't miss this opportunity.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Grenada, we are back. Our senior women's national team returns to the pitch for a massive CONCACAF W qualifier, and they need your power behind them. Tuesday, April 14th, Karani James Athletics Stadium, Grenada versus Cayman Islands. Kickoff 5 p.m. This is national pride. This is passion. This is the road to glory. Tickets, adults just at $25, children $10, and kids under 12 get in free. Get your tickets now at gotofet.com or at these outlets: Chucky's Bar, Grenadian Optical, St. George's, and Spiceland Mall. GFA office. Bring your flags, bring your voice, and come support our Grenada women's national team as they battle for victory. Follow the journey on social media at Grenada Football Association. Grenada versus Cayman Islands, April 14th, 5 p.m. Be there and stand with Team Grenada.
Thursday, April 2nd, 2026, the official pre-character, all-inclusive, all-white cruise experience is here. Hosted by the Grenada Olympians. It's respectfully yours. Premium entertainment with music by DJ Blackstorm and graphics, food and drink inclusive. All-white dress code experience. It's an Olympian hosted celebration. Ticket outlets, gotofet.com. Grenadian Optical, Town and Grandance. Hot Boys Food Truck, Wall Street, and Chillaxing Cafe in Grandance and Souvenirs. All proceeds support the next generation of Olympians. So on Thursday, April 2nd, respectfully yours, about the ecstasy, Carifta weekend starts.
All right, folks, it's now 15 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time I join Sergeant Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF for this morning's traffic report. Sergeant Paul, good morning.
Good morning to you and also to your listeners, especially your drivers, our drivers and our pedestrians this morning. That we dive right into the what's happening as it relates to traffic. As I said, it's a perfect morning this morning, and so all that person is driving along our roads, can expect what we have light to moderate flow of traffic at this moment in most of our streets, all of our towns, and all its adjoining roads. So therefore, persons can do so with a sense of easement, with no reported accident or unnecessary obstruction at this time. It definitely means that persons can traverse to any one of the areas with a sense of easement. As we look right into the accident state for the past 24 hours, we do have a total of 11 minor accidents reported in the trial state of Grenada, Carriacou, and City Martinique for the past 24 hours, and they are as follows. The traffic headquarters reported 4 minor, St. Paul's 1 minor, South St. George 1 minor, Grand Roy Police Station 1 minor, St. David Police Station 1 minor, and Grenville 2 minor accidents, therefore giving us a total of 11 minor accidents. Yesterday we had a total of 6, and we're now seeing 7, and today an increase of 11, which we had 4 additional accident reported over that period. Additional, so therefore means that we seeing a slight increase from the previous reporting period. So therefore, again, we appeal to drivers. It is your responsibility, it's your obligation. It is you who have to ensure that road safety on our nation's road remain as a minimum. The traffic department is doing all in its power to ensure that we do have that reduction. But nonetheless, as we move on to traffic reporting, we do have one cruise ship. Expect one cruise ship in our port this morning, and we do expect some visitors to be on our island, especially in our hotspot areas, our tourist areas, and we expect drivers to exercise some due care and caution. And our pedestrians, look out for those pedestrians as well as they travel along the streets of Grenada, getting to understand our lovely island. We do not have any major funerals today, so in most of the areas where we do have, but we continue to advise drivers to drive safely along our roads. We're getting up for one of the biggest events to come again, Harifta, and that is happening from next week, so we want persons to be mentally prepared as we get ready for that as well. Remember, traffic plans will be in place, so please take note and stay tuned to this program and also for broadcast as it relates to the traffic arrangement for the event. As we head on again, we know that we are approaching the weekend, and we want to encourage persons again to alcohol consumption is one of the things that drives motor vehicle accidents, especially those that happen at night when we do have activities and so forth. And Easter is also approaching. That's a season where we do have a lot of high consumption of alcohol as well, and we want to pound on alcohol consumption, how we can reduce persons drinking and driving for the Easter. A good campaign to start with for the Easter holidays. Nonetheless, we just want to encourage persons who have not left home as yet to please do so to avoid the rush as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. It is our responsibility and our obligation to leave home to get to work on time or to whatever destination that we're heading. As we try to wrap things up this morning, that is all that we have for persons as relates to the traffic report. But we still encourage persons to drive safely, drive safely, drive safely. Safety starts with you and how you approach or how you get behind the wheel of that vehicle. Nonetheless, we just want to thank all those safe drivers out there who've been doing their very best and never had an accident. You are the true MVP. And that is all that we have for this morning as it relates to the traffic report.
Now, Sergeant Paul, I want to put you on the spot, right?
Go right ahead.
I know you're a driver.
I am.
All right. Imagine you have your vehicle, you have your family in the vehicle, your wife on the front seat and your 3 children in the back seat, and this wonderful conversation is going on. And then, all of a sudden, you get a phone call, and you're on the phone. Now, while you are on the phone, talking what's happening, something happened in the traffic department, while you are on the phone and you're supposed to be driving, who is driving that vehicle?
That's a really good question. Who is driving your kids? Your wife.
Yeah. Who's manning that vehicle while you're on the phone?
I hope our listeners are really listening to this.
My grandmother always said, a word to the wise is sufficient. I think that's enough. That's enough.
Enough is enough.
Don't text and drive. Do not be preoccupied whilst driving. That's the gist of the story.
Absolutely, and I love how you brought it across this morning.
Yeah. Have a good one, Sarge.
You as well.
Thank you for a comprehensive report as always. Folks, that has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I've got with me Ambassador St. Bernard, and we are talking Project Polaris. Stick and stay with us. Don't you go anywhere.
The amendments to the existing Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act shall allow for the decriminalization of cannabis in Grenada. It permits the possession of up to 56 grams of cannabis and 15 grams of resin for individuals aged 21 and older.
The amendment allows for the growth of up to 4 cannabis plants per household for medicinal, therapeutic, or horticultural purposes. The amendment provides legal framework for the Rastafari use and cultivation of cannabis as a sacrament in registered places of worship and at exempt events.
Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act also mandates the expungement of past criminal records and the immediate discontinuance of pending court cases for minor cannabis offenses.
The amendment replaces criminal charges for those aged 18 to 20 with mandatory rehabilitation and counseling, ensuring no criminal record is created for young adults. Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act centers on the decriminalization of cannabis and not full legalization.
For more information, kindly contact the Cannabis Secretariat at cannabiscommission@gov.gd. The Cannabis Secretariat, guiding responsible cannabis use and awareness.
Are you running a business or just running a hustle? Join Grenville Cooperative Credit Union for its 3rd annual Business Smart Forum under the theme From Hustle to Enterprise, Building Structured, Sustainable Businesses. March 26th, Grenada Trade Center. Registration begins 9:30 in the morning. Engage in powerful workshop-style sessions on managing the small business like a business, not a hustle. Financial discipline for small businesses because cash flow is king. Network with experts from Grenada Industrial Development Corporation, Inland Revenue, and Grenada Chamber of Commerce. Register today at any GCCU branch or call 442-8602. Your contribution, members, $100, $150 for non-members. At GCCU, small business is our business.
Ahead to 2026, we're committed to elevating Grenada's presence on the global stage. Our integrated tactical focus includes media relations, travel trade engagement, sales activation, and digital campaigns. These efforts are designed to ensure visibility and establish leadership in our niche pillar marketing. We invite you to join us on this journey by supporting our initiatives and sharing the beauty of our Tri-Island state with the world. Together, we can make 2026 a year of growth and success for our islands. Whether you're a local stakeholder, a travel enthusiast, or someone who simply loves Grenada, your involvement is crucial to our success. Thank you for your continued support. Let's make 2026 a year to remember.
Before the digital age, before the world moved at the speed of a click, there was a signal connecting a nation. In 1986, a journey in broadcasting began in Grenada, a journey that would grow into a trusted voice across the country. For 40 years, through radio and television, we've been there for the stories that shaped our nation, the news that mattered, the voices that informed us, the moments that brought us together. Your stories, your voices, your moments presence. The Grenada Broadcasting Network, 40 years strong. One nation, one network.
Every generation has its moment. A moment when a nation decides to build something greater. For its people, for its future. For Grenada, that moment is now. The government of Grenada invites the entire nation to witness the groundbreaking ceremony for the new General Hospital under Project Polaris. Be there as we break ground on a future where every Grenadian has access to modern, world-class healthcare. Friday, 27th March at the Project Polaris site, Calavini, St. George. Arrive at 3:30 p.m. The ceremony begins at 4 p.m. sharp. Bring your pride, bring your hope, and witness the beginning of a new chapter in Grenada's history. Project Polaris, building the future of healthcare, building the future of Grenada.
All right, viewers and listeners, welcome to the conversation this morning, and I'm happy to have with me in the studio a daughter of the soil, almost said a son of the soil, but a daughter of the soil, Ambassador St. Bernard. And good morning to you.
Good morning. It's
How
a
are
pleasure
you?
to be here. I am happy and healthy.
Okay, I like this. Happy and healthy. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right, that's good. And we're talking health anyway, so.
And we are.
Yeah. All right. Now, just like most of the people in my audience, if not all, they want to know, who's this lady that's on the TV with the hard heart? Who is Ambassador St. Bernard? Who's?
So I am, as you said, a daughter of the soil. I was born in Grenada. My family, mother and father, are both from town, so I'm a town girl. I grew up in Toronto. That's where my twang comes from, but my heart has never left the soil of Grenada. I represented Grenada in the 2012 Olympics, just as one of the spots in my path. I went to law school, and so I'm a lawyer by practice.
Wow.
And I'm the project sponsor for Project Polaris.
Right. You represented Grenada in the Olympics in what?
2012, when we brought home the gold with Karani. I was right there with him, and it was a very small, there were 10 minus 1, 9 of us on that Olympic team.
Okay.
I represented Grenada in Taekwondo.
So I have to be careful. Let me just go back a little bit.
The good thing is I'm on your side. I'm here to defend Grenada.
Okay. Lovely. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay, you've got depth. All right. So in the interest of time, now I'm bringing you on the spot. Do you promise me that you'll come back by me subsequent to the launch and sit with me for an entire program so
Absolutely.
We can get more in-depth information?
I look forward to it.
So this morning we're just going to deal with the launch of Project Polaris. Now, as the sponsor for Project Polaris, what do you do? What does that mean to Project Polaris?
Someone has to be the head of the push. Project Polaris is a very large project, and it's not a regular course work for government. And so the cabinet took the decision to appoint a delivery unit specifically focused on the delivery of Project Polaris, new hospital, and then the broader medical city. We have to work across several ministries, across several departments of government, and so having one lead delivery unit to do that was a part of the strategy to make sure that it's done in accordance with Cabinet's vision and that it stays on track and on time. And so I'm the head. The project sponsor is really just the person government appoints to ensure through them that their mandate to build the new hospital happens in accordance with their plans.
So in essence, you're the person that overlooks and makes sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
I make sure it happens. That's right. And I've got a great team. So it's certainly not just me doing it. The delivery unit itself is also appointed a lead consultant. So we've got the Darasami Group, which is led by Mr. Damien Dolland as our lead consultant. They've been leading a lot of the strategic direction and work. Of course, we've got a lot of other partners we've also been working with to do the in-depth expert studies and planning when we need those various disciplines. We also have a permanent secretary on assignment to the Project Polaris team, which again helps us to navigate through government ministries in accordance with usual government protocol and procedures. So Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Finance, Ms. Siobhan Britton-Tellisford, is the Permanent Secretary on assignment to Project Polaris.
Wow. Okay. Now, having said that, we keep hearing about Project Polaris, and to some it might be a sort of far-fetched thing. Exactly what is Project Polaris?
Project Polaris is the government's bold initiative to transform healthcare. Project Polaris, the name itself, arose from the North Star. North Star is known as Polaris. And so we have called this project Project Polaris because ultimately it's about the transformation of healthcare. But we understand that one of the core pillars to transformation of healthcare, which has been identified actually for quite some time to Grenada through feasibility studies that have been done over the decades, more than a decade ago, we need a new general hospital. We need a new hospital that's in a location that's more accessible, more fit for wellness and therapeutic recovery activities, more appropriate infrastructure for modern healthcare services, more appropriate digital infrastructure to also allow for us to take advantage of technological advances to assist also in modern healthcare service delivery. So Project Polaris is about delivering a new, smart, climate-resilient teaching hospital that provides a higher standard of healthcare, and therein lies various work streams, not just the building of a new hospital with bricks and mortar, but really the whole concept behind building an institution fit for the delivery of world-class healthcare, while also working on the various streams that on this journey that we eventually will achieve world-class healthcare delivery for Grenada in Grenada.
Now, so what I'm gathering from this, for folks, that the critics are saying, oh, we cannot manage the general hospital that we have, but your emphasis is being placed on this brand new hospital. But what I'm gathering from your discourse is that it's more about healthcare revolution than so much the physical hospital per se.
Absolutely. And the physical hospital is a significant capital investment. It's our flagship asset. And because the government is making this significant investment is why we recognize we have to take the opportunity to address the fullness of the situation. It's healthcare revolution. We are entering a new era of healthcare for Grenada. And so through this project, we are also partnering with the strategic partners, long-term strategic partners, and guidance that we need to start adjusting our healthcare practices, culture, upskilling, getting new tools, understanding world-class standards, policies, procedures, and making sure that we are in a position to meet and excel in those areas. And so absolutely, Project Polaris is about the fullness of the healthcare transformation.
Now, from the hospital's perspective, the hospital system within Project Polaris, what are some of the key features that people can really identify with?
It will be a very different patient experience. It will be a very different citizen experience to enter into the new hospital. And so even just from the perspective of, this is why we've spent time planning out the grounds around the hospital as well as the actual hospital. So the entire experience of going to the Project Polaris site, and I will be inviting everyone, you as well, to visit it.
I'm going to be there first.
Come.
Yeah.
Even now, as you enter the space, you will appreciate the beauty of, Grenada's nature. But this property captures that, and by planning the 84 acres out at the front of building a hospital. We know that we are going to be building a whole wellness hub. So even just from that perspective, I was up in the site a couple of days ago and I saw a fitness group running through and going to the top of the hill, and I said, that's right. That's exactly what this space is about. It's about health and wellness. And yes, it's in a good location for healing. When persons have procedures and are in the hospital, but it's also a wonderful location for healing in our everyday lives, and we shouldn't forget to do the preventative things that will keep us out of the hospital. But even from that perspective, the grounds will offer that type of experience: bike trails, running trails, walking trails. We encourage people, of course, as part of the wholeness of healthcare transformation, to really focus on taking care of yourselves and to the best extent not needing the service of the General Hospital. So that's just to start with. The idea behind Project Polaris is really adjusting even our own thought around health care and wellness. So then you get to the hospital and the whole experience will be very different. The design of the hospital is such that there's a lot of light and the air will flow very well. And even that, again, the design team that we have been working with are very focused on those natural elements of wellness and healing. So again, making sure that all of the space in the hospital has good natural light, but that it doesn't have glaring sun to heat the space. So it's got a lot of natural light, but it's shaded in such a way that we're getting the light, but we can keep the spaces cool. So a lot of thought just put into the general experience of being in the hospital space. And then to just give a sense of that different experience for patients, for example, what we have now in our general hospital is essentially a male ward, a female ward. And you are assigned a bed, and that's the experience. But the new hospital, when we say it's a 250-bed hospital, these 250 beds will all be in private or semi-private rooms. So again, from the patient experience, a very different experience. You're getting more personalized, specialized, individual care. And that then allows us to organize the hospital in such a way that it has a sensible collection of departments and patients within the areas with the tools and the personnel that they need specialized in their area. So again, for example, there would be an entire wing that's just dedicated to pediatrics and maternal care. And so just that experience for mothers, I'm sure you would appreciate, will become a completely different experience because your children will have a experience in a customized space. And if anybody's visited any of these more modern healthcare facilities in North America or other places in the world, I mean, walking into the institution definitely doesn't feel like a hospital the way that we experience hospitals here. And when you walk into, for example, the children's ward, I mean, the children are playing and having fun, and the decor is meant to help them feel more comfortable and at ease in the space that they're in. And these are the elements that really then add to the wellness experience for patients. And so there's a holistic focus on, it's a very patient-centric plan to ultimately lead to a better patient experience for better wellness and better overall care for Grenadian people.
Very interesting, very interesting. Now, to sustain that sort of facility, it would need a lot of human resource. I hope that, plans are in place to either recruit or train all locals, because one of the problems we have in Grenada, not just in the medical field, but throughout, is customer service and professionalism. And sometimes we have what we call the brain drain system, where resources here not so much as people would like. So I hope we can train, we can recruit, and we can keep our professionals here, because it will go hand in hand with the success of Project Polaris. So have these things been taken into consideration?
Absolutely, and I like the way that you said it, because it's not either or, it's all. The challenge of human capital in our health profession is a big one. It will continue to be a challenge that we have to address. It's a challenge today at the existing hospital, and the new hospital has even more positions, and so we know that we have a gap. So we have to do all of those things. We have to recruit because we have a short-term need. We have to definitely train. But also, this is the idea behind building a world-class institution. Again, it all fits together like a puzzle. Building a new hospital allows us to now, for the first time, crystallize the agreement with SGU to actually create a teaching hospital. This allows now SGU students who have come and done 2 years of academic training in Grenada, and they love it, but to complete their medical education, they have to then go into residency. We have these students doing clinical rotations at our existing hospital, so they do some level of rotation, and there's an arrangement that they work with the existing hospital. But it's not a residency program, because our hospital is not fit to offer the experience that they need for residency programs to allow them to complete their education. So even our own Grenadian students that have been given scholarships to go to school at SGU have no choice but to go foreign to finish their education.
But now they can do it here.
Now they can do it here. Okay. Not just our Grenadians, but all SGU students will have the opportunity to do their residency in the hospital, which is then actually a revenue stream for the hospital, because now we are working with SGU to offer this further education component for SGU students.
Okay.
So it's important that we're building the best to be able to attract and leverage the asset to do all the other things that are possible through this type of an investment.
Okay. Like we said, folks, in case you're just joining us, I am speaking with Ambassador St. Bernard, and she's the
project sponsor for Project Polaris.
That's right. Project Polaris. In the interest of time, she has other engagements, so we are just basically scratching the surface, prepping you primarily for the launch on Friday. So come on Friday, all right? The event on Friday, give us some details, how it goes, the scheduling, the timing, and everything like that.
Thank you for that opportunity. So Friday is the groundbreaking ceremony. It's the day that we mark ceremonially the beginning of construction of the new hospital. The event is the actual ceremonial event will start promptly at 4 p.m., but we've got some activities happening even earlier in the day, and so we're encouraging people to come out early and participate and learn more about Project Polaris. So in particular, at 2:30, we'll have a panel discussion about designing a climate-resilient hospital. The panel will include the Perkins and Will team, which were the design team that have worked with us to do the master site plan and the hospital concept design. And so we are inviting people to come ask questions, learn more about all of the planning that has gone into where we are already with our site plan and our hospital. We are also going to have actually an exhibition, and that opens at 10 a.m. So again, we're inviting people to come from early tomorrow, spend some time with us, learn more about Project Polaris. In the exhibition is going to be a lot of really cool information about healthcare in Grenada, evolution, about where we are now with Project Polaris, about what the vision is going forward. And it'll be a digital experience. There'll be an opportunity to sort of view the master site plan through a digital platform. So definitely come. Everybody should come. We will try to continue the experience opportunity and invite persons to do the site tour even after the event. But tomorrow, the main event, certainly come and see it early. As I said, the exhibition will be open from 10 a.m. The panel discussion will start at 2:30, and the actual ceremony will begin promptly at 4 p.m.
Okay, and conclude at approximately what time?
It will be a short ceremony, so it should be definitely over before 6 o'clock. The actual ceremony program shouldn't be much more than an hour. So come early and take your time to view the exhibition, learn a little bit about the site, and then let's have a good time with the ceremonial component.
Okay, all right. So that clears up the purpose for this visit this morning. We were just doing the launch of Project Polaris. Now, subsequent to that, I would love to have you and maybe some other members of your team, maybe the architect and so forth, that we can get some more in-depth information. But one question before we wrap, because I know you have another engagement and I promise to let you off at a particular time. As it relates to employment opportunities, I'm not talking about necessarily medical staff and those people at that level, but in the construction phase, how is it going to impact the employment status around the vicinity where it's being built, and by extension Grenada?
So this is a big project. I expect it will impact us all across Grenada, and it will create opportunities across sectors across Grenada. Certainly during construction, there's no doubt we are going to need a lot of hands on deck. We will be working with an international head contractor, but we will need as much local content as possible, and so we will be making those calls out to local contractors and workers as we get to the points, to make sure that we are offering opportunities to our Grenadian people first, including just giving them the earliest sight of what it is that's coming, so that we can prepare ourselves for the opportunities that are coming down the stream.
Okay, and you said you used that phrase, that will be coming. The groundbreaking is ceremonial. How soon do you expect the project to start in earnest?
Immediately. We can't stop. We got a lot going on. So immediately after groundbreaking, we continue working, but there's a lot still of testing to be done. There's a lot of site prep work that still needs to be done. We've begun clearing, but really we've gotten as much clearance as we need to get through the groundbreaking ceremony. So immediately thereafter, we continue clearing the site. We need to essentially then continue the prep work before we begin main works. But even before we start putting bricks down, it would still include things like at least mapping out the road network, identifying utilities, moving utilities, all these things. We have to actually build a camp for the construction work that needs to be done over the next few years. So there's a lot of site prep work that will begin before we really put down the first brick or pour the first concrete for the structure.
And I'm certain that an environmental impact assessment has already been done and given the green light for the area, because I know the area is prone to flooding when there's excessive rain. So the AEIA,
Environmental Social Impact Assessment, was done since back in 2012 when the land was first identified as potential for the hospital. It was updated again just about a year ago, and it's something that we continue working with. So the testing that we're doing, the next step includes, and we needed to clear even to be able to get to this stage, but more in-depth geotechnical, geophysical, so drilling boreholes in the hospital footprint to make sure that we really understand what is the grounds that we're building upon, what's the exact makeup of that ground, and we don't put weight where it can't take it. Now, of course, the flooding is something that anyone who knows the property knows that this is a challenge that we would have had addressed. These are the kinds of interesting things I think you need to come to the panel discussion and pose these questions to the design team. I can give you a layman's response, and I'll come back and do so. It's getting a little bit more experienced as I go through the process, but they have really spent a lot of time studying the grounds, studying the history, and statistically what has been happening in the space, and they've devised various mechanisms to mitigate against those known challenges that we have. So
again, as we wrap now, it starts tomorrow, 10 a.m. We have an exhibition.
Correct.
2:30 we have panel discussion, and promptly at 4 we have the official opening ceremony.
That's correct.
Ambassador, thank you for sharing your time with us this morning and the information that you came with, and we look forward to a future engagement as we can get more into Project Polaris.
Thank you for having me. I'll look forward to coming again.
Have a good day as always, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. Folks, we take a quick commercial break. I have been speaking with Ambassador St. Bernard, the project sponsor for Project Polaris. We'll be back after this. It's 10 minutes on to 8 o'clock.
Every generation has its moment. A moment when a nation decides to build something greater. For its people, for its future. For Grenada, that moment is now. The government of Grenada invites the entire nation to witness the groundbreaking ceremony for the new General Hospital under Project Polaris. Be there as we break ground on a future where every Grenadian has access to modern, world-class healthcare. Friday, 27th March at the Project Polaris site, Calavini, St. George. Arrive at 3:30 p.m. The ceremony begins at 4 p.m. sharp. Bring your pride, bring your hope, and witness the beginning of a new chapter in Grenada's history. Project Polaris, building the future of healthcare, building the future of Grenada.
Kites in the sky, families on the beach, good food, good vibes. It's the Easter season. But parents, remember this. Even on holidays, your parenting duties continues. If they're at the beach, stay within arm's reach. If they're flying kites, keep them away from the roads and electrical lines. If they're out, know where they are, who they're with, and what time they're coming home. And remember, if you're liming, somebody must stay sober to supervise. More free time means more screen time. Monitor online activity. Maintain curfews. Keep structure in place. Because safety starts at home. This Easter, let's protect what matters most. A message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Empowering parents, protecting children.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you.
With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
When the day's done, there's only one place to be. Jump it up. April 25th and 26th, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium comes alive. It's the Classic Lighting Communal Credit Union Invitational Games, the final showdown. Come witness all clubs back battle for glory one last time. Gather your posse, take your stand, and jump up for Bankers Association, Hubbards, DG-Cell, Huggins, Grenlec, Nawasa, Prisons, Police, Busmen, and Flow. This is rivalry. This is passion. This is Grenada on Fire. April 25th and 26th. Grenada James Athletic Stadium. Don't miss it.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
A trip to Grenada from April 4th to the 6th, 2026. A decision you'll never regret. This isn't just any destination. It's where passion meets performance. Welcome to the 53rd Carifta Games, hosted at the iconic Grenada James Athletic Stadium in St. George's. Under the theme, Passion Drives Performance. The best of the Caribbean's junior athletes will compete in electrifying track and field competition. Organize now and be part of an experience.
All right, folks, welcome back to the conversation, and it's 3 minutes to 8 o'clock, but we've got to talk to my good friend Tito Thomas from Liat Air. He's going to give us some great deals as always. Tito, all the way from Antigua, good morning.
Good morning, dear listening audience, as always.
You're quickly becoming Grenadian, right?
I am Grenadian. I quickly become what I already am.
Okay, that was a soca song a year or two ago. I am Grenadian. Yeah. Nice. Right. So how's Liat Air going?
Alright, so everything is going good on my end. As usual, I'm just here to talk to you guys about our early bird advances purchase sale. That's happening right now. Book 30 days in advance. And get chances to access some low fares. I mean, some amazing deals on our routes as well too.
Okay.
Again, just making regional travel more affordable and more accessible as always.
All right. Now you said it's 30 days ahead, so it wouldn't be permissible for someone to want to travel in May, June, and book from now because that's way past 30 days. Can you do that?
Correct. Yeah, and that's the goal, you know. Right now, our loads are doing well. We're hitting the targets that we need to hit. So what we're trying to do is just get that demand, or keep that demand and that momentum going. Again, there's still persons who haven't tried our service yet. As you can see, most of our flights come to our hub. So we want to make sure that we touch every Caribbean island or every destination, get persons more aware. That's why we're here as well too, to bring more awareness to the brand. Again, the previous Liat had a market share that we're trying to regain, and some. So the goal is to let persons know that we're available, we're affordable. Our service is top notch as well too. So we want to just make sure that persons know that we're an option and they should try the service. And that's one of the reasons we have this 30-day purchase sale, because again, we set the phase in a way that to give persons a chance to reimagine this new Liat, experience this new Liat, and come to their own conclusions as well.
Okay, and just for information purposes, the countries that you fly to at the moment.
Okay, so the countries that we fly to at the moment, obviously Antigua. Now we do Barbuda as well too. That's seasonal. Guyana, Georgetown, and Ogle, both. St. Kitts, Dominica, St. Martin, St. Lucia, Tortola, Dominican Republic, both Santo Domingo and Punta Cana, Barbados, Grenada, of course. Jamaica, we do both Kingston and Montego Bay, Trinidad, St. Vincent, and of May 1st, we'll be doing Guadeloupe, and then by June, I think mid-June, we're looking to do a flight between Guadeloupe and Montego Bay.
Okay.
So
wow.
we're expanding quite rapidly, and then there's some more exciting things obviously coming on at the end of the year in the third quarter, fourth quarter. Again, of course, GBN will be the network that we come to.
Well, of course. I mean, if you want it to happen, it has to happen here on the GBN. I mean, come on. Who does that? It's only obvious. Now, I in sitting in this chair here at GBN, I get the opportunity to interact with a number of high-profile persons like yourself and organizations, and I'm seeing in recent times that groups and businesses are putting a lot of effort and energies into getting the Caribbean region, the region to integrate and interact together. I said it to a group the other day. I said, you all are doing the things that the politicians weren't able to do, getting the Caribbean people together. And LIAT is doing just that.
Correct. And that's our main goal as well too. And I'm glad you touched on corporations and groups, because we do offer those services. Right now, one of our main services as well too is group. So a lot of church groups, a lot of social groups, a lot of groups as you just described, those Rotaracts and JCIs and so on, they travel with us. When they're doing their meets and their events, they move around, they travel with us. So we do offer those things as well too. We do offer groups, we do offer corporate accounts. We also have a service called Quick Pack, where we move products around for persons or anyone who wants to send anything around as well too. So that's the goal for LIAT here, just to make regional travel, just to make regional travel more sustainable, more accessible, and also affordable. So again, even if you're not able to move within the 30 days and you have to travel immediately, LIAT is still an option. We still have amazing deals online. And accessible at your travel agents as well, to where you can go and still move if you have to move immediately. But these deals that happen within the 30 days are designed just for persons who already know. I think you should be rewarded if you already know when you want to travel. You can plan ahead, you can get your budget sorted out, you can get your whole itinerary, your route. Because what we want persons to do is not to just go in and out of these countries, but go and experience, come to Grenada, taste the log, taste the Isle down, enjoy job. Right now, Antigua, my head is spinning right now because I'm trying to figure out, how much more flights do I need to add to come to Grenada. I don't know what's happening down there.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less. As far as I'm concerned, I'm happy that persons are, especially from my side of the island, discovering Grenada as much. And what I'm hoping to do is that even though the music and the culture from Carnival is driving persons there, I don't want it to just be that. I want them, when they get there, to experience the island. And when they experience the island, to continue to visit to the island. You understand? A lot of persons are trying to come out on the Tuesday or the Wednesday after Carnival. I'm telling them, stay until the Saturday.
Yeah,
those who go in and get the 2 days or the 3 days. No, stay until the Saturday.
So there you go again. And I'm certain that Stacey Liebird and Tanya Charles and the folks from the Tourism Authority would be happy to hear that. And that is what we need. Intra-regional tourism. We don't necessarily have to wait all the time for the folks from North America and Europe and Africa to come in. Caribbean people need to know the Caribbean, and if LIAT can provide that opportunity to, it's like taking a bus from Grandans to Sates as it relates to traveling intra-regionally. So that's really, really awesome.
Yeah, of course. And then we aim to work heavily with the tourism board as well too. Again, from our standpoint, we understand the importance of regional integration, everyone understanding their culture and understanding, a lot what the Caribbean has to offer. I still always revert to the conversation that I was fortunate to listen to before my first interview with you guys, with your tourism board CEO, and she made some very good points. Even when we had an event in Antigua called FroFest, a representative from the tourism board was in Antigua, and this region is her region. And she came and she visited. We had a very fruitful conversation. She met with our CEO and our chief commercial officer, and we had a very fruitful conversation. So much so that there are things that we're planning to do moving forward just to make sure that we, Layer A plays a pivotal role as it pertains to Grenada and positioning within the Caribbean islands. So that's our goal. That's our main goal for now. Again, given the geopolitics of the world right now, it's very important that as Caribbean people, we band together, we work towards making sure that regional travel is accessible, affordable, and it is a thing.
Yeah.
So that's why our 30-day sale is very important, just so that persons can experience, know it, pick their islands that they want to pick, and then after they, exhausted those islands, then they can say, okay, next 5 years I'm going to choose these other 5 islands, and just keep it moving and just keep it in rotation.
I would love the regional zone to reach to that level where we are so much interdependent and comfortable with our interdependency that we can say, okay, we have to put in a bond of 15,000 US to come up north. Okay, you need to put in a bond of 15,000 US to come south as well.
Yeah, I don't want to get too political,
but it's a bother. It is a bother.
For me, now I'm gonna be honest. For me, I'm very much a Caribbean person. I studied in Cuba, so it's very. Having studied in Cuba is very. I see the model happening and it can work, because in Cuba I was a part of the students, the Caribbean Students Association, and I see when time comes to band together, we band together very strongly because every other territory band together. You understand? And then I also saw a meme where it said, if all Caribbean islands actually come together, the economic value that it could have, and the impact it could have on the world would be,
I just like you, I don't want to get too deep into the political realm, but I just think that regional politicians just lack the testicular fortitude to stand up and say, hey, we can do this on our own. Yeah.
My hands up.
You plead the fifth. Okay. I retract the statement. Okay.
Nah, you're good, man. You're good, man. Again, it's radio. The beauty about your position is, and that's why, as it pertains to radio personnel, I like talking to radio personnel, because at the same time, a lot of persons go to university, so to speak, right, to get their knowledge. But speak to enough experts on a daily basis, you get some perspective, and you become you receive a level of intellect and a jack of all trades. So from your perspective, having spoken to all these persons and all these experts, you can then map out the vision as it pertains to, okay, I can see where we can go. I can potentially even give some advice as well, too, just by gathering knowledge. So I do understand your position. Okay. But I'm here. My job is to get persons from point A to point B, and I'm enjoying doing that for now. So the ones who have those positions, I commend them, because for me, in my position, I do have sleepless nights. So I can only imagine the type of nights they be having.
The Barbadians and the Jamaicans would say, left me out of it.
In Antigua, we have this thing where you say, wet your hand and wait. Okay. Wet your hand and wait for me when it comes to that political thing, because your hand is going to dry and I'm still out of it.
Okay. Okay. Wet your hand and wait. I like this.
Yeah, that's
I like this. Wait, I start to use that. I start to use that phrase at home.
Yeah, wet your hand and wait. You can see. Yeah, we drive faster than you see me popping up in that.
Let me ask you this though. What we call the summer holidays, the summer vacation is approaching. Correct. We're just into Easter, so right after Easter we start preparing for the summer vacation. And that is when a lot of groups try to travel because the vacation is lengthy. Do you provide charter services?
Of course. So that's what, yes. So we do provide charter service. We provide charter, we provide groups, we provide corporate accounts as well too. For persons who have businesses and corporate clients who want to move things around or move their clients around. For example, I know some of these insurance companies, these banking companies as well too, who have franchises in other territories. They just don't want to have to every time call in. So what we do now, we provide you that service. We give you your portal. You can just log in, book your ticket, be on your way. And the price is there. You can put money in your account. You can do a pay to go. You can have an account where you deposit a certain amount and you pull from that account as well too. So these services are available to everyone who needs it or requires it. So that's what we're here for. We're here to get persons from point A to point B, but not just that, in making them comfortable in understanding the reasons why persons are traveling and getting them there. Because for now, the territory and the climate as it pertains to airline travel is just, point A to point B. That's not the goal. The main goal is for not only to get them from point A to point B, but to allow them or give them the access to good service, allow them the access to experience things in different territories. So we're not just selling tickets, we're selling the destination. We're selling the experience, and that's what we want persons to do. And that's why we work heavily with the tourism boards. That's why we work heavily with the governments, because we understand that regional integration is a thing that needs to be pushed. We understand that we as Caribbean people need to come together. It's very important, and our goal is to play our part in that as it pertains to regional travel.
Tito, as usual, it's always a pleasure talking with you, and we look forward to another engagement next week. As you know, and I really pride those moments that we share, and I cherish them, and we look forward to continued service and progress and expansion.
Yes. So let me just let persons know where they can find us. They can look for us on our social media platforms at Fly Late Air. Of course, www.flylateair.com. These fares are offered at our local travel agents as well too, so you can visit your travel agents for sure. If you need to call, you can call 268-713-5428, or you can call me personally at 268-736-9473. Again, Late Air, we're here. 30 days in advance book. Some amazing deals. We have some excellent routes as well too that I think persons should explore a lot. Grenada is one of them that we really want to push, but also we have our neighboring islands, Antigua. Of course, the Carnival is coming up. We have Vincy Mars coming up. We have St. Kitts Music Festival, St. Lucia Jazz Festival. Right now, I know everyone is coming your way because Carifta is the next thing. I think the whole of Antigua is coming on to Carifta.
Wow.
We have some athletes that we think can be the next Usain Bolt or
Kirani
athlete from Grenada, correct? So we're trying to trust me. We're groups coming down, and we had to put on 2 more flights just for the spectators to come down as well too. So
wow.
Grenada is going to be very exciting the next couple of days.
Tito, are you going to be here for Carifta?
No. Okay. But my goal is to be there in full effect, black as can be, with the job. So I'm looking forward to Grenada to Spice Mars for sure.
Okay, I'll see you then.
For sure, and then I can take off this Late Air cap, and then we can have real.
Take out the cap and put on a jersey.
And we can have the political conversation all day, every day.
Okay, man.
But for now, as always, Late Air, we're here to make regional travel much better and to challenge persons to move around and explore the Caribbean as well.
I look forward to welcoming you and taking you through the belly of Grenada and let you see the real Grenadian life. Not just the jab. Grenada is much more than jab. Yeah?
Oh, no, for sure.
Yeah?
But my first stop has to be Guaf, though, for sure. Because I'm sick and tired of hearing my friends always talking about Guaf. And the last 2 times I was there, I was in and out. So this time I need to go down there to
I'll carry you to Guam eventually, but I can assure you that there are other places that when you reach there, you say, oh, I don't must go Guam again. I'll keep that off the air.
All right, no worries.
Tito, it's always a pleasure talking with you, and to the team at Late Air, have a great day as always. Keep the flag of Late Air flying as high as it can. Don't exceed the altitude, because over 35,000 feet you have problems. So let's keep it,
See? You know a lot. Talking to these pilots and everybody, aviation industry, you know a lot. Yeah. But as always, we catch up.
Yeah, have a good one.
Again, shout out to the GBN family and shout out to everyone in Grenada.
All the best to the folks at Late and Antigua and Barbuda by extension. Sure. Have a great day, bro.
All right, cheers.
Folks, I have been speaking there with Mr. Tito Thomas, the marketing representative for Late Air, and that's the conversation. We've got an extended one. It's 14 minutes after 8 o'clock. Commercial break, and then we get into the great music.